tickets, a live DJ, and much, much more. Plus incredible food and great drink every Friday night from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. Welcome back to the PM Show with Larry Manetti on CRN.
Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong.
Did you hang out with Sammy also, Larry?
A little bit.
Yeah. The lovely Nancy Manetti here with us. And on the line with us, Joey Pantoliano is with us here. Joey Pants, ladies and gentlemen. And just before the break, Joey, so you're telling this story. You're in the movie The Fugitive. You're playing the role of Cosmo. Tommy Lee Jones says, hey, in this one scene, don't hit me with the beam. It's going to be unrealistic. If you hit me with the beam, I can't get up and save the day. So you, being a great star, say, look, hit me with the beam, I'll do it. Then you find out not only are they going to hit you with the beam, they're going to kill you. And so what happens?
I convinced, or Andy Davis actually, the director, the great Chicago director, Andy Davis, and so now I'm lying on the floor, and they're doing the insert shot where the bad guy takes the gun that's lying next to my head. I made sure that I kept moving so they couldn't make it look like I was dead.
You are smart. In case there's a sequel, you're moving. We see that you're not dead.
This is before digital. Now I could be erased from the movie, like which I am normally. That happens to me a lot. So I look up and I see these 2 feet walk into the shot, and I look up, and as I look up from the ground, it's Harrison Ford, and Harrison is shaking his head, and I say, "What?" And he said, "You should be dead." And I said, so it must have been your idea. I said, why would I be dead? He says, why do you care? He says, they'll get the sympathy boat. You don't have to be there for the big entourage at the end. And I said, Harrison, what if there's a sequel? And he said, with his smile, and he said, there's not going to be a sequel because I ain't doing this friggin' thing again. And I looked at him and I said, oh, yeah? Well, who needs you? We'll just take some other $20 million asshole through the woods. And 2 years later, after I got the deal and I was doing it, Harrison invited me to see him in this movie that was premiering with Brad Pitt, Devil's Own.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And at the Four Seasons, that big, beautiful restaurant, a sea of people. There must have been 3,000 people. And I see Harrison Ford's head popping up out of this crowd saying, Joey Pants, pop up. Joey Pants. And I'm running toward him, and he's running toward me. Like if we get rid of the people and we were on the stand, it was like this romantic two people running toward each other.
Yeah.
And he had me in both of his arms, and he said, so, are you going to do it? And I said, thanks to you, I'm going to do it.
That's a great story. Great story, Joey.
Thank you.
Hey, Joey, tell us a little bit about, you did a movie called Memento, and
Yes.
Christopher Nolan directed that. Now, he is white hot, isn't he?
He's white hot. He absolutely is, deservedly so.
He did.
Yeah, you want to know about the Memento or about what?
Yeah, you tell us about the movie. What was that like working on there? You were Teddy in Memento.
It was fantastic. We shot that movie in 24 days.
Wow.
We would work on the weekends. I think I worked in 24 days. I worked maybe 17 days out of the 24. And so we would shoot. We would rehearse. I don't get a lot of rehearsals. I don't know about you, Larry. There's not a lot of rehearsing in the movies.
No.
But we did get to rehearse a couple of days before we started shooting, and then we would rehearse on weekends to pick up all of the work that we would be doing in the week to come. And Chris and his wife Emma and Guy Pearce and I would go to my house and we would work through all of the scenes. And it was a great creative experience. I really, really liked working for him. I have been invited to go back to work for him, but after you're starring in a Chris Nolan movie, it's hard to do, the Tweedledee part.
Sure.
So I've said no. Hopefully a couple of good parts are on the way. At some point, I'd be able to work with the guy again.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
Joey, I loved you in your television series. They were short run, but you were terrific in them.
Which
Yeah,
series?
but if you add them all up, I got over 100 episodes.
That's a lot.
Joey, what series were you in? Tell us about the TV series. You're in what? Heart to Heart? You did some stuff in there, didn't you?
No, I did. Let's see. This show that Larry's talking about is a show that I worked with Jack Orman on called Waterfront. We did 5 episodes for CBS, and they didn't go on television. You know, I also did a failed TV series with Rob Lowe. We got 3 episodes, but the one that Larry might be talking about is Easy Street.
Yeah, right.
What about The Sopranos? That was a pretty good TV
Well,
series.
Sopranos, he won the Emmy. I mean,
Yeah,
I
thank
still
you.
watch that in reruns.
Yeah, the Easy Streets is on a show. You know, there's a series called Brilliant but Canceled.
Which
Yes.
one?
Brilliant but
It's called
canceled.
Brilliant but Canceled.
All right, we're going to find out about that straight ahead. Stay with
Joey,
us.
stay with me
Stay with
because I want to see what's going on with you now.
Brilliant but canceled. Hang in. We're going to have more with the Joey Pants here with us, Larry Manetti and Nancy Manetti, and I'm Mike the Horn on CRN.